Well, good morning, SECC family, and welcome back to my office as we go a little bit farther in our journey through the Bible. We are going to be starting out 1 Chronicles chapter 25, and let's see how far we can. Chapter 25. David and the chiefs of the service also set apart for the service of the sons of Asaph, and of Heman, and of Jeduthun, who prophesied with lyres and harps and with cymbals. The list of those who did the work and of their duties was: of the sons of Asaph, Zachar, Joseph, Nathaniah, and Asherella, sons of Asaph, under the direction of Asaph, who prophesied under the direction of the king. Of Jeduthun, the sons of Jeduthun, Gedaliah, Zeri, Jeshiah, Shimei, and Hashbiah, and Mattathiah, 6, under the direction of their father Jeduthun, who prophesied with the lyre in thanksgiving and praise to the Lord. Of Heman, the sons of Heman, Bukiah, Mattaniah, Uziel, Shebuel, and Jeremoth, Hanani, Elithan, Gidalti, and Romanti-Ezer, Joshbekashah, Malathi, Hothir, Mahozioth. All these were the sons of Heman, the king's seer, according to the promise of God, to exalt him, for God had given Heman 14 sons and 3 daughters. They were all under the direction of their father in the music in the house of the Lord, with cymbals, harps, and lyres for the service of the house of God. Asaph, Jeduthun, and Heman were under the order of the king. The number of them, along with their brothers, who were trained in singing to the Lord, all who were skillful, was 288. And they cast lots for their duties, small and great, teacher and pupil alike. The first lot fell for Asaph to Joseph, the second to Gedaliah, to him and his brothers and his sons, 12. The third to Zachar, his sons and his brothers, 12. The fourth to Isri, his sons and his brothers, 12. The fifth to Nethaniah, his sons and his brothers, 12. The sixth to Bukiah, his sons and his brothers, 12. The seventh to Jesherella, his sons and his brothers, 12. The eighth to Jeshiah, his sons and his brothers, 12. The ninth to Mattaniah, his sons and his brothers, 12. The 10th to Shimei, his sons and his brothers, 12. The 11th to Azarel, his sons and his brothers, 12. The 12th to Hashabiah, his sons and his brothers, 12. To the 13th, Shebuel, his sons and his brothers, 12. To the 14th, Mattathiah, his sons and his brothers, 12. To the 15th, to Jeremoth, his sons and his brothers, 12. To the 16th, to Hananiah, his sons and his brothers, 12. To the 17th, to Joshbekashah, his sons and his brothers, 12. To the 18th, to Hanani, his sons and his brothers, 12. To the 19th, to Malathi, his sons and his brothers, 12. To the 20th, to Elatha, his sons and his brothers, 12. To the 21st, to Hothir, his sons and his brothers, 12. To the 22nd, to Gidalti, his sons and his brothers, 12. To the 23rd, to Mahazoith, his sons and his brothers, 12. To the 24th, to Romamti-Ezer, his sons and his brothers, 12. Chapter 26. As for the divisions of the gatekeepers of the Korahites, Meshelemiah, the son of Kor, to the sons of Asaph, and to Meshemaliah, his had sons, Zechariah the firstborn, Jediel the second, Zebediah the third, Jathniel the fourth, Elam the fifth, Jehohanan the sixth, Eliahoenai the seventh, and Obed-Edom had sons. Shemaiah the firstborn, Jehozabad the second, Joah the third, Sakkar the fourth, Nethanel the fifth, Amiel the sixth, Issachar the seventh, Pelothai, something like that, the eighth, for God blessed him. And also to his son Shemaiah were sons born who were rulers in their father's houses, for they were men of great ability. The sons of Shemaiah, Othni, Raphael, Obed, and Elzabad, whose brothers were able men, Elihu and Semachiah, all these were the sons of Obed-Edom, with their sons and brothers able men, qualified for the service, 62 of Obed-Edom, and Meshelemiah had sons and brothers, able men, 18. And Hosea of the sons of Merari had sons, Shimri the chief, for though he was not the firstborn, his father made him chief, Hilkiah the second, Tebaliah the third, Zechariah the fourth, and all the sons and brothers of Hosea were 13. These divisions of the gatekeepers, corresponding to their chief men, had duties just as their brothers did, ministering in the house of the Lord. And they cast lots by their fathers' houses, small and great alike, for their gates. The lot for the east fell to Shelemiah. The cast lots also for his son Zechariah, a shrewd counselor, and his lot came out for the north. Obed-Edom's came out for the south, and to his sons was allotted the gatehouse. For Shippim and Hosea it came out for the west, at the gate of Shelecheth, on the road that goes up. Watch corresponded to watch. On the east there were 6 each day, on the north 4 each day, and on the south 4 each day, as well as 2, and the 2 at the gatehouse. And for the colonnade on the west there were 4 at the road and 2 at the colonnade. These were the divisions of the gatekeepers among the Korahites and the sons of Merari. And the Levites, Ahijah had charge of the treasuries of the house of God and the treasuries of the dedicated gifts. The sons of Laden, the sons of the Gershonites belonging to Laden, the heads of their fathers' houses belonging to Laden, Gershonite, Jeheli, the sons of Jeheli, Zetham, and Joel, his brother, were in charge of the treasuries of the house of the Lord, of the Amorites, the Israelites, the Hebronites, and the Uzzielites, and Shebuel, the son of Gershom, son of Moses, was chief officer in charge of the treasuries. His brother from Eliezer were his son Rehabiah, and his son Jeshiah, and his son Joram, and his son Zichri, and his son Shelomoth. This Shelomoth and his brothers were in charge of all the treasuries of the dedicated gifts that David, the king, and the heads of the fathers' houses and the officers of the thousands and the hundreds and the commanders of the army had dedicated. From spoil won in battles, they dedicated gifts for the maintenance of the house of the Lord. Also all that Samuel the seer and Saul the son of Kish and Abner the son of Ner and Joab the son of Zeruiah had dedicated. All dedicated gifts were in the care of Shelomoth and his brothers. Of the Izharites, Shaniah and his sons were appointed to external duties for Israel as officers and judges of the Hebronites. Hashabiah and his brothers, 1,700 men of ability, had the oversight of Israel westward of the Jordan for all the work of the Lord and for the service of the king. Of the Hebronites, Jerijah was chief of the Hebronites of whatever genealogy or fathers' houses. In the 40th year of David's reign, search was made, and men of great ability among them were found at Jazer in Gilead. King David appointed him and his brothers, 2,700 men of ability, heads of fathers' houses, to have the oversight of the Reubenites, the Gadites and half tribe of the Manassites, for everything pertaining to God and for the affairs of the king. So that's going to wrap up our reading. A whole lot of names and where they're going to be doing their jobs, where they're going to be working in King Solomon's empire in chapters 25 and 26 of First Chronicles. You know, Chronicles has a whole lot of names in it, but the Lord felt that we needed him in there so that we would know who was in charge of what and how it all played out in the Chronicles of the Kings. So we read them. So until we get together again tomorrow, I would ask that the Lord would richly bless you. Yes, you are, if you are a follower of him, have a great and godly day, and I will see you tomorrow.